it's Melissa. I'm Melissa Viscount from Silhouette School. If I have not, if I don't look familiar to you over here on Pro World, I am so excited to be here for Pro World. They do this every Friday at 12:15 Eastern. It's 9:15 where I am, so excuse me if I say morning and it's afternoon, but I'm taking over today for the Pro World girls. I'm super excited to show you how to work with foil. It's Easyweed adhesive and some foils, and of course Pro World has all that stuff. And so I'm going to demo how to do it. Look, this is so cute. I just did a little example, and I forgot to flip the camera, but you get the point. And then I also did it, you can do it on paper cardstock as well. You can put the Easyweed adhesive on pretty much any surface where it can take heat. So I've done it on wood surfaces and obviously paper and all kinds of clothing. It's awesome. So this is a great way to do it if you don't have a laser printer and you do have a heat press. So let me show you how to do this. Okay. So I just like to use little onesies, and of course you want to make sure that you pre-press it, okay? So just press it. I have my press on 305. This is a TrasPro from Pro World, obviously. It's 305 for 20 seconds is what you're going to use for the Easyweed adhesive and the foil. So that's just what I have it on for the pre-press too. Okay, so we've got it pre-pressed, and you guys know the little trick, right, to find the center. You just want to line up the center there. Make sure you want to get a middle line, okay? And then you just press it again real quick, and that is the easiest way to find the center so you can see where to put your decal. I see some of you guys are saying hi, and my camera is a little bit further away than what I can read. But hello, Debbie in Virginia. I can see that. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do after you've got this all ready is cut your Easyweed adhesive. Now, what does that look like? Okay, so it comes on a roll, and it's clear. Okay, I've obviously already cut this with my Silhouette machine. I'm a Silhouette girl, hence Silhouette School. But okay, so it's just like HTV. You need to reverse the image in Silhouette Studio, and then you need to place it on your cutting mat with the clear, shiny side down. I should say clear, the whole thing is really clear. The shiny side down on your cutting mat, and you're going to cut. And I wrote down the best cut settings. It's a blade of 2, a speed of 4, and a thickness of 14. If you're using Silhouette Studio, thickness or force are now going back and forth, and it's a thickness of 14, force 14. Okay, so now what I do is I fold this in half and find the center line, okay, and then I place that here. But because with my design, I'm gonna add this little flower, I'm doing a 2-color design. I'm going to make sure that it's a little bit off center. So I'm actually folding it like this, and that's why I'm accounting for the flower. So for something like this, you actually want to make sure that it's essentially you're layering it. All right, so just like you would layer heat transfer vinyl where you apply one and then the other, that's what we're going to do for this foil too. Okay, so I have the Easyweed adhesive. You need to cut this because the foils themselves do not have an adhesive on the back, and you certainly can't cut this with your cutter, okay? So you need the adhesive. Now where'd my shirt go? Okay, all right, I'm gonna place it on there, okay? And it looks like this, like you can barely see it, okay? But that's okay, that's what it's supposed to look like. Okay, and then I'm using my pressing pad, if you can see that, all right? And you're gonna cover with your nonstick sheet, okay? And then 20 seconds at 305. Okay, so lock that down. Now, while you're waiting, you can cut off a piece of your foil from the roll. And I'm gonna do 2 different color foils. So I'm being extra fancy today. Yes, my cousin just had a baby on Monday named Sophia Rose, which is why I did it that way. Okay. Woo. Okay. All right, so you're gonna peel the carrier sheet off. Okay. And it looks like there's nothing on there, but if you can kind of see it. It's on. See that little reflection there? There you go. Okay, so it's on there. So now all you want do, remember, we're doing 2 different colors. So we want to apply the first color first, and then we're going to put another layer of the Easyweed adhesive. I'll show you. Okay, so I've got my foil. You can cut it down sort of to size. So the awesome thing about this is that the foil only will apply to the areas where the Easyweed adhesive is. Okay, so you don't have to cut this. You can just cut like a square of it. All right, so put it back on your press, cover with the foil. See how I have this? And then cover with your non-stick again. And you want to do 20 more seconds on 305. Now here's the thing, with the foil, it's a cold peel. So once the 20 seconds are done, make sure you wait to pull it off, okay? All right, and then while we're waiting, I'm going to get you, I have a little, my second part, which is my little rose that I'm going to apply. And then we'll add pink HTV to that. I mean, not HTV, pink foil to that. Okay, so we're gonna wait. You can see the foil has kind of started to take the shape of the word itself, but let's wait for it to cool. You definitely wanna make sure that you wait for it to cool, or else you'll get kind of like spotting, okay? All right, so once it cools, let's just wait another couple seconds here. Don't rush it. Okay, once it's completely cool, then you can just peel it back and you can see, and again, it's not that I didn't mirror it's not that I didn't mirror with the Easyweed adhesive, I did. I'm actually backwards. See, my wedding ring is on my wrong hand here. Yeah, okay, so that's why that is like that, all right? And then what we're gonna do is we're going to place, and don't worry, I didn't miss a spot here. That's where my rose is going. So I knocked out that spot when I was working in Silhouette Studio so that I could add the rose. I'm gonna do that now, carefully. Let's see, okay. Okay, so I added the little rose there and I'm going to put it back. This is a 4-time presser. 20 more seconds to add that second layer of Easyweed adhesive. Again, this is exactly as if you were applying HTV in the layers where you need to apply the first one, although this one you do need to do the full time. Okay, so now this is the sheet that I used for the test. You can see it already has the rose cut out of there, but you can still use this piece of the foil. So don't throw out your little foil pieces, all right? Woo! Okay. So peel off your carrier. We're almost done. Peel off your carrier. Your adhesive is there. And then this time I'm going to place the little sheet, my scrap sheet, right over the where I had the Easyweed adhesive. Okay. And the foil will only stick, like I said, the foil will only stick to the Easyweed adhesive. It's not going to stick to the other foil, and it's not going to stick to the rest of the shirt, okay? Also, while we're talking about this, don't mind this. We're putting shelves up, and I don't want to move that because I need to make sure they're in the right spot. Okay, so after this is done, we're going to let it cool, and then I'm going to show you how to do on the paper. Okay. All right, again, we're gonna let this cool for a second. Cool, cool, cool. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. I think the girls, Danielle and Bianca and Jess, are going through and answering, and of course they'll be back next week. I kind of was like, hey, let me take over your Facebook. Show these guys how to do this cool foil. So, okay, so then we're just gonna peel this one off. Oops. Let me get it going. Okay. I gotta lay it down. Yep, there we go. So we got that right there as well. So that's how you're gonna do it. So now, we've got 2 of the same, but that's basically how you're going to apply foil. Of course, you don't have to do the 2 of them identical, and you don't have to do 2 different color foils, but I did want to show you that it's possible to do that. Okay, now I want to show you how you can add this, use the same materials, the Easyweed adhesive and the foil on paper. I think I lost my paper. It's down here. Okay, so this is just a simple print and cut card that I did, leaving room for where I'm gonna put the adhesive. Okay, and I also did not weed this piece because I wanted you guys to see how easy it is to weed this. So let me find where I put my hook. Okay, so one thing that I always do is create a weeding box, which is just in Silhouette Studio, you can use the Draw a Square tool and draw it right around your design. I'm gonna just peel this off. And it makes it super easy to weed. Okay. So here's how it looks once it's weeded. You can see it's much easier to see the design. Now, one thing that you definitely want to make sure before you go applying this to anything is take off any areas, as you can see up here, that you don't want foil to go to, because otherwise you're going to get foil in those spots. So make sure you don't have any little stray areas. I'm actually just going to trim this with some scissors. Okay, and then I'll show you putting it on the paper. I love this Easyweed adhesive and the foils because they're so versatile. You can use them on so many different surfaces, which is not the case with a lot of different things. Okay, so I have my paper and I have my elephants here. I'm gonna just place them right on there. Same thing, 305 for 20 seconds. Cover it up, okay? Now, I have a sheet. I'm going to use this sheet of foil. One thing we can do this is I'm going to crinkle it up, and it's going to give it a distressed look once I apply it. So you'll see it kind of gives it a different look, all right? So if you want to give it like a distress, you'll see what I mean in a minute. Okay, so you've got your paper. Peel off that carrier sheet. And again, it's on there. It's just, see, it's not on my paper anymore. It is on, I mean, it's not on the carrier sheet. It's on my paper. Now I'm going to apply the crinkled up sheet. Again, this is just an option. Gives you a different look. Place that back on my heat press. I am still using my the pressing pillow just because it gives you a little bit more pressure. All right, 20 more seconds for that. And I'll show you, it comes out like this. This one I did not use the distress look, but I will show you what it looks like. Get all this stuff out of the way here. I've got so much stuff going on in this little table. Okay, so wait for this. All right, again, you want to make sure that you're waiting 20 seconds to let this cool. Again, I apologize, I didn't flip the camera so that it's forward, so that it mirrors itself, because I've got everything backwards. Okay, all right, so here we go. I'm gonna just pull this up. You can see, let me just peel it. And this distressed option is something that you can do on clothes too if you want. See, so you've got just a different look. It's just another option, and the only reason it's missing spots there and it looks crinkly is because I crinkled it up. Had I just used, you know, a flat sheet and not crinkled it, you would have just got the smooth foil like we did with these. All right? Okay, so the foil. I know you guys are dying to know. There are 14 different colors of foil. I've just got these right here. I just grabbed these. 14 different colors of foil on Pro World. 14 solids, I should say. And then they have 10 holographic. And the holographic are really cool. There's like this one that looks like it's called like an oil spill. There's one that's like confetti. They're all really cool. And the Easyweed adhesive also comes in the roll. But you can use the same Easyweed adhesive, that clear carrier that I showed you, for all the different types of foil that I just showed. So I want to make sure that you recognize that you don't need to buy a different kind of adhesive for different colors of foil and different things like that. If you're looking for any type of a coupon right now, Pro World has $129 free shipping on orders over $129, so it's a lot of foil. But if you grab your heat press, and this heat press is actually, you can get it for 99 bucks. If you spend, I think it's like $3.99, you can get this one for 99. I'm probably saying it wrong, so girls, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Okay, so that's that. If you have any questions, I grabbed my computer here. I'm going to try to look through the comments and see if I can answer any questions for you. And you can normally find me over on Silhouette School. So if you guys ever have any questions about Silhouette or anything like that, come find me. What type of paper are you using? Monica is asking. This is just regular, this is cover stock. I prefer cover stock as opposed to card stock, just as to get a little bit thicker, but that's all that is. Yep. Do you ship heat presses? Well made, yes, they are. The carrier sheet, right, as Pro World said, it cannot be used again, and I'm only actually able to see, unfortunately, 4 comments right now, I think because we're live. So I will go back through though and try to, is the onesie washable with the foil? Yeah, so same thing with HTV. When you're washing stuff like this, you always want to make sure that you flip it. Where's this? Oh my gosh, I got so much stuff here. You want to flip it inside out to wash it, okay? And then I would highly recommend that you line dry this, all right? Now, let's see. I mean, we're all busy moms. I throw my stuff in the dryer sometimes just because who has time to sort? But it's highly recommended that you lay it flat to dry. It will last longer if you do that, okay? So just so you know. I'm in New York and would love to come in person. Okay. All right. I can't see any more comments coming through right now, but I will go back through if you guys have any special questions. What's the difference between the cover stock and card stock? Cover stock is just a thicker, it's like 110 weight. Pounds, 110, you guys know how they talk about pounds, I don't even know, paper, and as opposed to like cardstock that might be like 60 pound or 90 pound, this is 120, I think it was, so it's just a preference type of a thing, but yeah. All right guys, well thank you so much for letting me take over Pro World's Facebook Live today. I hope you learned a little something. I hope you're inspired to make a little something new. Use foils in lots of different ways, single color, layering, crinkle it up, have some fun with it. You definitely get a lot of foil on the roll, so you have a lot to play with. And like I said, don't waste these sheets. If you had a little design, you could use this little piece up here to apply it. So it's super fun. I love foils. My kids love foils, and I love the way that they work together. If you can get more than one together, isn't that fun? All right, guys, have a good one. See ya.